Wow, stories.
Am I the idiot for ruining my dad's chances of winning my mom back? My, female 25, parents are getting divorced after 24 years of marriage. My mother was basically cheating on my father for months before he found out. I put cheating in quotation marks because my dad was a horrible husband, so I was actually happy she found someone else. Once my mom said she wanted to separate, my dad completely changed. He said he didn't want her to leave, begging her to stay, saying he will change. He actually got on medication for his depression, started being more affectionate, and asked for couples counseling that he said my mom agreed to do. One day I go to my parents' house and my dad says he wants my help winning my mom back. We are in the backyard and mom is in the house. I told him no because I want what's best for her and he's not it. He said that he has severe depression and saying that he's bad without acknowledging how depression can affect a person isn't right. He said he was disappointed, cuss. If the genders were reversed, I would admonish him for cheating and breaking the vow of marriage. Now this is where I might be the asshole. My dad is doing everything he can to win my mom back. So I said that while I won't help him, I wouldn't interfere in his plans and would stop talking about him with her. Me and my mom talk a lot about how shitty of a husband my dad is. At one point in the conversation, he says in a calm tone, "I know you're not going to like this, but I'ma say it anyway. When one parent gives you gifts and takes you on trips and buys you things, of course you're going to side with them even if they're wrong because you don't want to lose that." This made me so angry. I have a genuine friendship with my mom, whereas even though my dad was a fantastic father, gave us everything we ever wanted needed, I don't necessarily enjoy being around him. I hang out with him sometimes out of obligation, but it's very forced, and I know he can tell, and he's told me this hurts him in the past. I basically went off saying frick you and how dare you and that he had no right to question my character and the reason I like mom more is because he's no fun, unmediated, he's rude and rigid, and it has absolutely nothing to do with money. I am screaming, but up until this point our convo was calm and we were almost whispering so my mom wouldn't hear. My dad keeps trying to shush me, but I don't let up. I go to my mom and tell her what he just said, and he keeps looking at me saying, "Why are you doing this to me? I can't believe you're doing this to me. We were just having a calm conversation." I say I am leaving and my mom gets in the car with me. Later my dad says that after my blow-up, my mom no longer wanted to go to couples therapy. Am I the idiot for blowing up and making it harder for my dad to win my mom back? Edit. I'm editing to add that the reason I am so involved is because both my parents talk about the other to me. My dad started first, and my mom only got involved when I asked her if she was abusing him in the way he was claiming. But they both are wrong for this. Other important info, my dad told me my whole life that he has bipolar disorder, and that's why he was so messed up. I've sent him books and podcasts and articles and lectures for years about this disorder. I made my entire family start therapy 2 years ago, and I said that my only request for Dad is that he get medicated because he knows he has bipolar disorder. He laughed and said, "I was waiting for you to say that. I'm not even bipolar." The therapist then got a little curt with me and said I shouldn't armchair diagnose just because I was a psych major. My dad just nodded along. This is just one of his serious manipulations. But he does it to me often, and that's why our relationship is fractured. Not the idiot. Your dad was trying to manipulate you and your mom, and you did the right thing calling him out. You didn't ruin his chances to do anything. He's been doing that for years, and just wants a scapegoat to blame his actions on. Everyone sucks here. Your dad's mental health aside, he appears to not have been the best father by your post. However, your mother cheated, so there is that. Makes her equally as responsible. As for you, well, you picked a side and made it clear and yelled very clearly at your father your thoughts. Seems like you did not want them getting back together and made sure that did not happen. Am I the idiot for keeping in contact with my GF's estranged half-sister? I've been dating my GF for almost 5 years now. We just found out we are having a baby recently, so we've been happy about everything. About 2 years into our relationship, I accidentally met her half-sister, I'll call her Anne, who was born from an affair. It was at a baseball game. This girl who looked exactly like my GF came up to us and introduced herself to me and tried telling my GF about her upcoming graduation and that she wanted us to go. My GF declined everything and told Anne to not speak to her. On our way home, she told me about her father's affair with this woman when she was only 5, that she had a half-sister that she never liked. I asked her if she ever tried to get to know Anne. She said no. I never had contact with Anne within the next 2 years until I saw her singing in some subway station on my way to work. She noticed me and asked if I wanted to get coffee, which I agreed to. I asked her why she was singing in the subway station. She told me she was getting by and that she was living in a hotel room nearby. I had to leave early due to my work and gave her my number to keep in contact with me. So we did keep in contact with each other. I got her a job at a friend's hair salon and I helped her get an apartment. I told her about the pregnancy and we are becoming first-time parents. She was happy for the both of us. Anne must have seen her sister in public because she congratulated her on the pregnancy. My GF hated that she knew and that she didn't want me near her again. I was given an ultimatum to stop all contact with Anne or leave my pregnant GF. I only felt bad for Anne because I was homeless at a young age and saw a lot of me in her. I gave her the support that I wished I was given. You're the idiot. You're betraying your GF, and you didn't just help Anna, you have personal information you knew your GF wouldn't have wanted to know. You need to cut all contact with Anna and focus on your GF and your baby. You really screwed up. You're the idiot. Unfortunately, you seem like the type of person who's going to latch on to the people saying, "Not the idiot," and secretly keep contact with the half-sister behind the mother of your child's back, and she can honestly not trust you anymore. It's pretty cut and dried what you should do here, and you have to come to the internet to find out if you're allowed to have a secret relationship with a strange woman whom you seem to have become slowly obsessed with.